We do frustration. Namo Manjo Shi Namo So Shi Namo Nama Shi So Ha Namo Manjo Shi Namo So Shi Namo Nama Shi So Ha Namo Manjo Shi Namo So Shi Namo Nama Shi So Ha Chue Dang Du Ge Chu Na La Jiang Chu Ma Du Na Li Ge Zu Ji Da Ge Xun Ye Ji Be Zong Na Ge Zhuo La Ben Jie Sang Ge Zhuo Ma Zhu Chue Dang Du Ge Chu Na La Jiang Chu Ma Du Na Li Ge Zu Ji Da Ge Xun Ye Ji Be Zong Na Ge Zhuo La Ben Jie Sang Ge Zhuo Ma Zhu Chue Dang Du Ge Chu Na La Jiang Chu Ma Du Na Li Ge Zu Ji Da Ge Xun Ye Ji Be Zong Na Ge Zhuo La Ben Jie Sang Ge Zhuo Ma Zhu Begi Chu Shi Me Do Zhang Ri Ra Ling Xi Ni De Gen Ba Di Sang Ge Xin Do Min De Mu Wa Ye Gu Yun Na Da Xin La Jue Ba Shu Gu Ru Ran Na Men Da La Gan Ni Ya Da Ya Li
妈妈一不记着马西巴拉长期没这么可以嘛的台湾的这浪头古罗就对面把新用啊的第一下自己的一嘛的主要的就不不不那么来新进来的时候，这就是没办法全部的意思。
Please adjust your sitting posture according to the 7 meditative postures of Vairocana. Think, all sentient beings have been my mothers. All sentient beings have been my mothers, not just once, but numberless times. All sentient beings are as kind as my mother in this life. Even though all kind mothers and sentient beings want happiness and do not even want a small suffering, due to mistakenly engaging with objects of adoptions and abandonment, they do not experience any happiness but suffering. In our minds, sincerely cultivate loving kindness towards all kind mother sentient beings by thinking, how nice it would be if all kind mother sentient beings were to have excellent happiness and the causes of excellent happiness that are virtues. May they have excellent happiness and its causes. I will cause them to have excellent happiness and its causes. Lama deity, please bless me to be able to do so. Next, we cultivate compassion towards all suffering mother sentient beings by thinking, how nice it would be if all mother sentient beings were free from all sufferings and the causes of suffering that are non-virtues. May they be free from all suffering and its causes. I will cause them to be free from all suffering and its causes. Lama deity, please bless me to be able to do so. Next, we cultivate bodhicitta. First, we ask ourselves, who should take the responsibility to free all mother sentient beings from the sufferings of samsara and lower realms? I should take the responsibility to free all mother sentient beings from the sufferings of samsara and lower realms. Even though I should take the responsibility, I do not have the ability to place them in the state of perfect complete enlightenment. Now, who has such abilities? Only those perfect complete Buddhas have the abilities to do so. Therefore, for the sake of all mother sentient beings, by all means, I will achieve the precious state of enlightenment. Next, we meditate on emptiness for a short while. The self and the aggregates exist neither inherently one nor inherently different, thus is empty of inherent existence. Set a good motivation. For the sake of all mother sentient beings, I will achieve the state of enlightenment. For this, I will listen to the holy teaching and practice properly in order to benefit sentient beings.
Oh, yeah.
In relation to verse 22, first 3 lines of verse 22, so there is a opinion or questions. So it is appropriate to get angry due to being harmed by someone else. So in relation to this opinion, then the first 3 lines of verse 22, it says, as I do not become angry at great sources of suffering such as bile disease, then why be angry at those with mine? So in relation to this opinion, so because others harm me, so it's appropriate for me to get angry. So in relation to this verse 22, so it means, so it says that it is inappropriate to get angry as well, because as I do not get angry at great sources of suffering due to imbalanced disturbances, such as bile disease, so bile disease, flame disease, wind disease, so due to imbalanced elements. So so it is inappropriate for me to get angry. So as I do not get angry at the great sources of suffering. So it is inappropriate to get angry at the harmers, because as I do not get angry at the great sources of suffering, then why do I get angry at beings with mind? So this is in relation to the first 3 lines of verse 22. Then in relation to the last lines of verse 22 and verse 23, again, there is an objection or opinion. So I do not become angry since bile disease and the like arise lacking self-power due to conditions. So in relation to these objections, then last lines of verse 22, it says, they too are provoked by conditions. For example, although they are not wished for, these sicknesses arise. Likewise, although they are not wished for, these afflictions possibly arise.
다 녀무 제제 강사 대다 공자를 보러 다 녀무 제제 강사 대다 공자 다 강다 대다 대 영원히 보러 녀무 제제 강사 대 공자 다 녀무 진지 거의 또 콜라 영원 요마레스 와 콜라 영원 요마레스 또 영원 매바 생자 빼나 맞아 빼셔도 수수도 문제 있다 동아이나 가리나 랭에 받아 수수도 좀 머리 받도 문제 신고 다 진상 문제 신이나 다 진상이 된 년도 좀 왔다서 또 진상하고 때 간다 년도 좀 왔다 또 대신도 와 또 대신도 해당야 다 진상하고 간다 이게 또 님으로서 뭐 이용을 쓰고 와 문제 신도요 진상이 된 년도 좀 왔다 또 대신도 해당야 야 간다 때 문제 신도야 다 이메되어 해당지 줘 이메되어라서 뭐 쓰고 해당이 다 이메되어라서 뭐 대인이지 그 좀 그랬어 좀 그랬어 와 다 문제기도 제도 상황에 때 간달리는 좀 쓰고 된 중앙에서 때 초는 연문을 초월이지 그 간사가 초월이는데 다 같이 초발이나 다 연문을 공도되기 줘 이메되어 대란도 대마치 대이 주신이 또 공도되라 와 해당 공도라 해당 공도라 초월했어 근데 간사들은 좋아하게 무스 간사 그런 문제기도 그런 주제데 된 상황에 그러니까 문제기도 간다 이메되어 문제기도 내내 대이 주신이 또 공도도 찍겠어 그거 level 또 그래서 그걸로 봐 안다고 초벌이 받아 간다 초리도 말했어 간디 좋아이나 무슨 의미도 그걸로 간디 좋아이나 이들이 봐 그래 초리도 말했어 강사도 코로나 나와요 뭐진 간다 진 상황도 좀 말했어 그거와 유체 상황
So here it talks about is inappropriate to get angry at the person. So because all those people who have afflictions also lack self-power due to being provoked by the conditions of afflictions. So the people themselves who have afflictions, they have no self-power. So because they are controlled or provoked by the conditions of afflictions. In other words, they fall under the control of the conditions of afflictions. So, for example, although they are not wished for, such as those diseases, arise due to conditions being complete. So, when the conditions are complete, then even those things that are not wished for, such as diseases, will arise. So, similarly, although people do not wish for hatred, these afflictions forcibly arise due to causes such as mental unhappiness. So, when the conditions of afflictions are complete, then people will get angry or the hatred will arise. Then, therefore, if one is to get angry, one should get angry at the afflictions. It is inappropriate to get angry at people. So here it talks about it is inappropriate to get angry at the people because the people are also they have no control. They lack self-power and they act due to the conditions of afflictions. So therefore, if one should get angry, one should get angry at the afflictions.
어디 가다 가서 뇌물을 초를 했어야 돼. 근데 뇌물을 봐 퀸지 제거해서 그다. 뇌물을 퀸지 된 가서 퀸지 말했어 그거라. 가서 뇌물 봐. 뇌물을 퀸지 된 제거해서 그래서 뇌물을 퀸지 제에서 뇌물을 뇌물 된 드라다. 뇌물을 드라다. 뇌물을 드라다는 데라 퀸지 제거. 데라 퀸지 제거를 뇌물을 정보지 뇌물 제에서 좋아요 말했어. 간다. 좋아. 뇌물을 봐. 김보지. 뇌물 되는 김보지. 뇌물 되게 도보지야요. 뇌물 되다 도보지야요 말했어. 근데 뇌물 되다 도보지다 뇌물이 또 패를 했어. 니무디야 또 해도 그래 니가 첼도 그래서 콜라 켄지 잡았어 나도 니가 진주 가서 뭐뭐 트리선 볼마 니무나 켄지도 나도 켄지 뭐네 켄지도 무슨 말해서 그러와 니무나 켄지 줘야 돼 니무나 니무 돼야 돼 니무나 줘야 니무 돼야 돼 어다 니무 되나 될라 켄지나 될라 쳐 그래서 간사들나 줘야 돼 그래서 간사들 코왜 로마면 니무 되게 지지 그래서 그러와 어다 되죠 그래서
So here it means that we should we should be angry at the afflictions. So, getting angry at the afflictions itself is not an actual anger. It's not an actual anger. So, what does it mean by getting angry at the afflictions? Is one should apply antidotes to afflictions. So, one shouldn't act accordingly. Sorry, one should not act in accordance with the afflictions. One shouldn't be friend with afflictions, and one shouldn't be nice to afflictions, because if you were to do so towards afflictions, it will only make afflictions become stronger. So therefore, one should get angry, or one should get angry at the afflictions. It means one should apply antidotes to afflictions.
다 되어라 가서 투원 되긴도 제법 많이 받들어와. 다 투원 되긴도 제법 많이 받. 또 바로 벨레버시가 상비 너무도 무슨 해가 이나스 다 봐봐들어와. 다 봐도 지워와. 다 봐줘도 좋아. 샤게 마상자 지워나는 지날 초스. 제바샤게 마상자 좋아 되긴 지원 줄스. 다 애쇼로가 지들만 뒤뒤셔이고.
So next outline is anger is not generated as one wishes, and under this outline, and again there is an objection. So he says, since the other party intends to inflict harm, this is